I always tell my wife to stop shouting at the kids, but she never listens. She was always raising her voice at them and barking out commands, and most times, it interrupts my train of thoughts and makes me forget what I was even thinking. I really don't like noise. I keep telling her, talk to them softly. One day, I told her again to stop shouting, and she flared up. Stop talking to me like I'm a child, she snapped. Before I knew it, the matter escalated and got out of my control. Words started flying like bullets, and we said every bad word in the dictionary to each other that evening. Finally, she picked her phone and stormed out of the house that evening. At that point, I didn't care where she went, I just wanted my peace of mind. I ordered the children to go to sleep, then I quietly picked the remote control and settled in to watch TV. Not long after I slept off on the couch, I heard a loud shout coming from the kids' bedroom. I dragged myself up and found the boys fighting in the room, while my only daughter was shouting at them to stop like a referee. I separated the fight. So much for peace. The next morning, my wife still didn't return, and I didn't even know where to begin dressing the kids for school. Let me just confess, while dressing them up that morning, I had already shouted more than my wife ever did. Don't do this. Don't do that. Come back here. Unintentionally, I raised my voice louder than hers at the kids, and I couldn't even believe myself. That was when I realized she wasn't shouting intentionally. It was because of these stubborn spirits sent to test our patience. I managed to take the kids to school, but I collapsed with a headache at work. That day, my wife still didn't return. I got angry. How could she leave her own children and disappear? I called my mom to ask if she had seen my wife, and she said no. I called my wife countless times, but she didn't pick up. It had only been 4 days, but I was already going to work tired, with a cracked voice, a headache, and stress written all over me every single day. I knew I couldn't continue or I would collapse. Fed up, I decided to go and drop the kids with my mother because, honestly, I couldn't do it anymore. But when I got to my father's house, lo and behold, there was my mother and my wife, eating fufu and egusi soup together, chatting like best friends, gossiping like nothing happened. I was shocked. So my mother had lied to me, hiding my wife in her house, and even feeding her. Mama, what are you doing? Why did you lie? I asked. You want to kill my daughter-in-law? No way. She will stay here until you learn to appreciate her efforts at home. My children ran and hugged their mother, and my people, that was how I apologized. Till today, I have never behaved like that toward my wife again. Because one thing I've learned is this: when mother and daughter-in-law become best friends, my brother, you as the husband, you are finished.